Why Successful Women Miss Red Flags in Relationships, Part 3. So, if you haven't seen parts 1 and 2 already, definitely go back and watch those. But I am talking about 10 reasons why successful women miss red flags in relationships because they're not ones that you would think. And I just felt like they needed to be talked about. So, I talked about reasons 1 through 7 in the last couple of videos. I'm talking about 8, 9, and 10 in this video. So, stay tuned and make sure that you are subscribed if you are interested in hearing more content like this. If you don't know who I am, hello, I am the Glow Up Guru. I'm a triple certified master life coach, and in my daytime life, I'm also a licensed attorney, and my passion is helping high achieving women negotiate power, success, and love on their own terms. I love helping women create lives that feel as good as they look. So if that is something you're interested in, make sure that you are subscribed, get on my email list, all the things, so that I can help you be just as sparkly on the inside as you are on the outside. And so the point of this series is to talk about how your success in one area can also be kind of detrimental in another area, and not because of how you are perceived, but because of how you show up. So if you see me looking down, I'm looking at my notes because I don't want to forget anything. But when I say how you show up, what I mean is the things that are required to be successful, right? The mindset, the conditioning, the success-oriented habits can inadvertently sabotage love in romance dating, because what it takes for a man to fall in love is a challenge. It's difficulty. It's you making him slay a dragon. And when you are a successful, high achieving woman who's used to, having to prove yourself, having to earn your seat at the table, you are so used to operating in that way that it's just easier to continue to be like that in love and dating. And that doesn't allow a man to have the space it takes to fall in love. So there's actually this book called Wired for Dating, and it talks about the hormonal aspect of love and dating and attraction. And it's so interesting because it helps you understand how different men and women really are, and how the sequence of hormones that is released as we fall in love is different. So for example, for women, our testosterone levels rise after we sleep with a man, and his decrease. So our desire to chase him and pursue him and be with him, connect with him, goes up, whereas his goes down. And that is why a lot of times there'll be a little bit of a pull away phase in the early levels of dating. And it's because a man's testosterone levels drop as he's spending more time with you, which makes him feel off, because your hormonal balance is your personality. There's no, who you are, the way you show up, it's because of your hormones. So when his hormones shift, he feels off, pulls away. So if you've ever heard a guy say, I need space, it's probably because his testosterone levels are dropping. And if he's interested, he'll be back once those go up. So anyway, let me just get into the final 3 reasons because I think they'll be helpful. So successful women struggle overlooking red flags. Reason number 8 is because she equates loyalty with strength. So in my notes, I wrote, in business and leadership, loyalty is valuable, right? It's so important. There's a story that Howard Schultz of Starbucks tells about how, the company was on the brink of failure, and he had a meeting, a town hall with everybody, just saying this is what's going on. And long story short, the company turned around, and Starbucks is what we know today. Huge company, publicly traded, all the things, lots of locations, but it was on the brink of collapse, right? So loyalty is so valuable in business, but in relationships, blind loyalty, especially to someone who has not earned it, is a liability. It sets you up for committing to someone who will see to it that you are worse off. There's a woman in my life who's very special to me, and I look at her now. She's about to be in her 70s, and she's had multiple divorces. She's just now at a place where she is, actively saving up for retirement. And the biggest reason why, it's not because of her income. She has made a lot of money in her career. It's because she married multiple men who left her worse off financially after the divorce than she was on her wedding day. And I just want you to sink in. There are some men that will leave you financially worse off after you divorce them than you were on your wedding day. And just, if you need to pause this video, think about that. But it's so common for successful women who make a lot of money to think, I just need someone for love. I don't need anything else. And that is not true, because unless you get him to sign a prenup first, the wealth that you acquire in that marriage is half his, even if you went to work for it. Because the way that the law is set up, at least in the United States of America, it assumes that the primary earner is the man and that he is providing for his wife. And so if you are in that role, you are setting yourself up for a situation where you have to pay to make him go away, or where he can incur a boatload of debt while you two are married and you have to pay it off. I have another girlfriend who married her first husband. She's been married multiple times as well. Married her first husband young. He was a police officer. No comment there, other than if I'd known her before they got married, I would have told her not to do it. And he used her social security number to open up a bunch of credit cards while they were married. And she only found out about it after they were divorced. And guess what? An ex-husband who racked up a bunch of debt while you were married isn't going to do. Pay off the credit cards to restore your credit score. So she, after the divorce, left with basically nothing and had a job working retail, and would eat, like dollar hamburgers from Sonic in the food court because it's all she could afford. And all of her money went to paying off her debt and restoring her credit score for years after her divorce from an older man, by the way, older police officer. She was a young junior college 20-something when she married him. Why? Because she thought, being a good wife was going to pay off for her. She didn't vet properly and ended up worse off financially after getting divorced than she was on her wedding day. So remember, loyalty to the wrong man is a liability. It is not a good thing. So do not extend your loyalty until it has been earned. Being a ride or die sets you up to die, okay? So don't do it. Don't do it. Let him earn your loyalty. Don't just hand it away. Reason number 9, she thinks choosing the right man is just another goal. So I have kind of alluded to this in multiple points before, but if you are successful, like, me, like a lot of the women in my world, you're used to setting goals and then checking them off, and then setting goals and checking them off without thinking, is this a worthwhile goal? Why do I want this? How is my life going to be improved if I had this? And is the way I'm going about this the right way? So like for me, I graduated from law school at a time when it was really hard to find a job. So I was like, I just want any job. I'll work wherever. It doesn't matter. And as a result, I was open to like applying and interviewing places that were toxic. And one of the places where I actually did an internship, I was told, like, if you work here, you will be expected to have sex with one of the senior partners. That firm's not around anymore. Or if it is around, the partner who, allegedly sexually molested a lot of women is no longer there. But I was like, it's okay, I'll work here anyway, even though, like, toxic, because it just was a goal. Well, that same mindset of like, I just need a man, I just need to get married, I just need to have a baby, I'll just, do it. That leads to decision making that can be detrimental. I have a friend who had a really chaotic second divorce. So I have lots of friends that are happily married, lots of friends that are divorced, some that have had chaotic divorces. I know a lot of people. I'm also a former divorce attorney. So after she was divorcing her second husband, which was chaotic, I asked her, hey, like, what was the deal with husband number 1? Why'd you marry him? And she said, and I quote, and she was tired, so she wasn't trying to like beat around the bush with me, but she said, it was a calculated decision because I wanted children. No mention of love, no mention of, connection, intimate. It was just a calculated decision. She was at a certain age. She wanted a baby. She felt like he liked her. She did it. And all of the reasons why they got divorced were issues on the wedding day, but it was just another goal to her. She just checked off the box. So rather than saying, I need the best man for me, I need someone who can do the job that needs to be done, and I'm going to keep looking until I find him, a lot of career oriented women say, okay, like this is the time we have, this will do, check. And that can work, but it often doesn't. If you are going to treat it like another goal, definitely book a session with me so we can talk. But one of the things that you should do is get very, very crystal clear on what it is that you are offering, and not in terms of money, but in terms of who you are as a person and what it is that you need to feel safe. And unfortunately, a lot of successful women think that they don't need anything, and that's not true. We all have needs. We all have needs. So figure out what you're offering, figure out what you need, and then figure out how to be a match for what it is that, whatever it is that you need, they've got needs too. So how do you become that? And if what I'm saying is like not making a lot of sense, it's because it's more complicated and I'm trying to keep this video short. So let's go to reason number 10. If you want to know more, just get on my calendar. We can talk some more. So number 10 is she's more likely to believe that hard work pays off in love. And, that one, it's like if you have a whole life where hard work has led to success and respect and status, it sends a message to your subconscious that like, oh, like if there's anything in my life I don't like, if I don't like my body, if I don't like my finances, if I don't like whatever, all I have to do is work hard and I can have a different outcome. Well, that is true in a lot of areas, but when it comes to romance, love, and dating, it's not always true. Sometimes you do need to work hard, but those times, in my opinion, are after you're married. You don't need to work hard before. Before you get married, he needs to work hard to get you to agree to marry him, okay? So the hard work on the front end should be him demonstrating he is worthy, not you auditioning for the role of, domestic whatever for a guy that doesn't even want to be with you. So yes, hard work pays off in so many areas of life. But when it comes to love, the masculine partner, whether it's the man or the woman, depending on the dynamic, the masculine is the one that needs to put in the hard work on the front end. So for all those reasons and more, 10 reasons why, I'll quickly recap them because this video is getting a little long, and then I'll be done. So reason number 1 is she's used to making things work. Reason number 2, she's trained to focus on solutions. Reason number 3, she thinks her success means she's an exception. Number 4, she sees potential instead of reality. Number 5, she's comfortable handling pressure. Number 6, she's accustomed to being the leader. Number 7, she's used to proving her worth. Number 8, she equates loyalty with strength. Number 9, she thinks choosing the right man is just another goal. And number 10, she's more likely to believe that hard work pays off in love. So if you think I missed something, definitely mention it in the comments. I'd love to hear. And if you are a successful woman who's struggling in the love department and wants to understand how to transition your success in one area to success in another area by learning the skills that help you experience polarity in a relationship, I would love to be your guide. So just go into the comments. There's links to book me, and I would love to work with you. And if you're interested in a more comprehensive journey, that's based on multiple disciplines ranging from evolutionary psychology to spirituality to neuroscience, then you are a fit for my 12-month feminine executive coaching program. So it's a 12-month program designed to inside out revolutionize every area of your life to make you go from being a woman who can only be optimized in one area to being someone who can really have it all in a way that feels good. And I'll give away one of the little secret keys to the kingdom. Part of what I teach inside that program is how to focus on the 20% that helps drive the results that you want while delegating, automating, or eliminating the 80% that doesn't. So if that's something you're interested in, the Feminine Executive Coaching Program is for you. I'd love to have you in there. And if you haven't already, please make sure that you were subscribed, like this video, and let me know if you think I forgot something in the comments below. Bye.